It has been funerals back to back since May 2022. We never get a break. From our Aunt Helena and Kukwa and Uncle Matthew, both of blessed memory, then Mommy, and now you are Joy's daughter. Just when things are seemingly getting back to normal, tragedy hits, plunging us into another calendar of dark gloomy days. Friday the 3rd of January 2025 was no exception, with the news of your passing hitting us at exactly 4:07 p.m. Daddy, we had planned a special day of Thanksgiving for the family on Sunday the 5th of January, coincidentally Mommy's birthday, to thank God for everything and particularly Kofi's resounding victory by the grace of God Almighty in the just ended 2024 general elections. How could you leave us at such a time, just 4 days away from his inauguration, which we all earnestly look forward to? We had a lot of unfinished business. I'm glad Kofi yielded to your call to visit on that Friday, and the fact that I spoke with you twice that day, at exactly 9:26 and 3:09, say about an hour before we passed. I keep looking at my phone's call history, waiting for your early morning calls around 7 a.m. with the usual, my darling Aju, as you often refer to me, checking up on us, gisting me on some small concern and jokes or prompting me to tune into TV3 to watch our favorite politicians on screen. Daddy, we had a wonderful time growing up right from Kumasi Padas West States, where Mefa and I were born, then to Tema 26 in the early 80s, and later with Kofi Seto joining us in 1984. One big deal about growing up was a 45-minute, 35-kilometer drive we took every morning to Kaiseking International School, Cantonment, Accra, because your office was conveniently located at Ringwood Central, LP Ghana Limited, and Mommy's at the SEPS Headquarters Ministries. As kids, we enjoyed watching the sea lagoons and mangroves along the Accra Tamala Beach Road, right from Sakono through the Teshila. We had a lot to talk and write about in school. We were probably the only ones, or one of the few set of kids living in Tema, making such long trips to school together with a couple of Korean kids living in Kontiten who attended GIS. This was an honest task you and Mommy for over 15 solid years did, so we left for boarding school. God bless and keep you. You wanted the best for us. Like you traveled a lot with us to Cape Coast, Pepala and Hohn, admiring nature along those two entirely different landscapes, the coastline and mountains as we drove. I remember how you once spoke the first one, telling us that when we got to the Adomi Bridge at Senche, the car was going to go over the metal arc of the suspension bridge to make it to the other side. Hey, as toddlers, how we were scared to the bone. You took us on official trips to Kumasi, Takrady, Lome, and Abidjan. You were very serious and diligent with your work and never able to finish the leave of days given to you, which we were very unhappy about. You were a dedicated family man having time for you. Sit down here, an indication of trouble or danger looming, and Kefiebi, meaning praying mantis, Siklibi, meaning chin. You told many interesting stories of your childhood in Hohn, Tech, Masi, and of course at Chimoto School and Lugard House. I would need to write a whole book about Motown. Dear Daddy, you were very prayerful, and I appreciate your silent prayers during the 7 years I waited on God for children. Your encouragement and steadfastness was amazing. You were delighted and thankful to God when the triplets arrived. No wonder you named Nana Okore John after you, your namesake, who has traits of a childhood. Thank you, Daddy, for everything. God bless you. I have a lot to write, but you know God knows everything. I would miss you. Say hi to Mommy and School Boy and Uncle Naji. The year Demi Friday, Le Alaboko, Kukono, Bocha. January 3rd, 2025 will forever remain the blackest day of my life. What a very way to start the new year. My hero, my forever love, became an angel. My crew, my Monday-born twin. How I will miss you. Who will call me Iron Lady again? Or the Rock again? Did you have to leave us this way? Oh, patron, we had a few days to witness the inauguration ceremony, an event we all planned to attend. As for God, his ways are not our ways. Rest well, as dearest. Growing up was fun with you. You just blended in well with my friends and gave me that feeling that you always had my back. And you truly had my back. You were the coolest dad ever. No doubt. He was a tough cookie. He was a tough cookie too. He faced life's challenges with courage and grace, never letting them define him. His ability to stay positive, even in the face of adversity, was truly inspiring. A few occasions after Mother passed, you would look at me and say, MF, you are making me miss my wife because I look so much like her. I miss you both so much. I am consoled by the fact that you are resting peacefully together. Daddy was patient, kind, and generous, disciplined, but has stopped us cutting. He had a way of giving advice without making it sound like a lecture. His words were thoughtful and rooted in experience. As I reflect on my dad's life, I can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He wasn't just an amazing father, he was an incredible human being. His love, strength, and wisdom continue to guide me. One of the most important lessons that he taught me was to find joy in the small everyday moments. He was the family unit and the link between his nieces and nephews, home and abroad. Theo had a special bond with Fokuju. He was loved by all. I miss you so much. Have you met Mommy yet? Or Daddy Emma yet? Send my love to them and continue making them laugh with your rip-backing jokes. You must be smiling now from heaven. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you very much for all you did for us and others. We will make you proud. Rest well, my hero. My original John Dumelo. I love and miss you dearly. Your girl, MFI.
How do I start? But I have to. I think I was the last person to write my tribute because I couldn't believe they were no longer here with us in flesh. I'll try and keep it short because our time spent as father and son will probably require a whole day. Mr. B, you are my best friend, my gossip partner, and my support system. You raised us to be humble, truthful, and not to be judgmental. Thank you for those attributes. Your humility knew no bounds. I remember one warm weekday morning, somewhere in the 90s, you asked me to accompany you to buy some goods from Tulaku. When we got there, we got down from the car to negotiate with the seller. You were well dressed in an all-white shirt, trousers, and as usual, your perfume was on point. Yet, you put your arms around the guy, walked for about a minute, and sealed the deal. That for me was a defining moment in my life. Without telling me to be humble, you showed it right in front of me. Thank you. Your senior player when I was growing up had Elton John, classical music, Kenny G's, always playing through the speakers. Our favorite Elton John song, Daniel, always plays in my head whenever I remember our times. Even though you dislike last minute things, even though you like last minute things, you did them so well. So sometimes I ask you, why do you like doing things last minute? And you always said, Kofi, if I do it early, what would I use the rest of the time to do? And fortunately, I've taken those attributes. You departed 3 days before I was sworn into Parliament and as an MP. But I know you waited for me to win the elections before departing. Thank you so much for your consistent prayers and protection. On the 3rd of January, when you called several times to ask if indeed I was coming to visit you, I never thought that would be the last face-to-face conversations. Our 30 minutes talk was a bit unusual, but insightful. Your advice about politics, farming, business, and family was very deep. I was told 20 minutes after I left your house that you had collapsed and not being responsive. Your favorite saying was, "All die because an eye." As you close your eyes today, I just want to let you know that I miss you and I love you. My love to mommy, we miss you both. Mr. D, Uncle Nat, and I told Daddy, Fokujo, Bocha, Mikin Golo, thank you.
That was a tribute from the children, Deba, Amifa, and John. If you are just joining us, we welcome you. You are gradually drawing down the